So welcome back to my second episode on Out of Ore here on the Rock Quarry. And if you watched episode one, you know we started with just an axe chopping trees, and by the end of the episode, we ended up with the system. This is basic. There's a lot more production that could be done past the froth bloater, but with $17,000, I won't be making any purchases anytime soon because we need to get So what we need to do is we need to get a coal screen so I can separate out the coal because I can buy a coal plant instead of buying diesel or making diesel. I can mine the coal, put it in here, and generate power. But anywho, so I need a coal screen. I will need a uh, coil roller. I will need a uh, plate shear, metal sorter. I'm going to need a smelter, a high temperature smelter, storage, a lot of a lot of stuff to put together. And all of that requires money, as you see. It's not a lot, but bar roller 10 grand, coil roller another 10, high temp is 10, plate roller, smelters 10. So it's not a lot of money, but all added up together adds up to quite a bit. And then if we also look at the conveyor belts, there's a whole bunch of stuff I need to get here. I need a couple of these guys or a couple storages and a bunch of this. So what I need to do is get my happy butt into this front loader and get to hauling some dirt so we can make some money. It won't go in there on its own. Let this load in there real quick. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, hello. What the heck is going on? Oh, I forgot about those lumps. Let me dump this. Go get a shovel and flatten that down. That's going to tip me over and that'll cause a disaster. Get hand tools, a regular shovel, and get the fast shovel. Let's flatten that stuff out. As you see, that ground is getting really funky. I'm gonna have to get in there and slap it around a little bit with the shovel. See if I can kind of smooth it out. Eventually, I'm gonna end up having to get a steamroller to flatten the ground because it's as much as I like this game, it's the one thing that I don't like is how challenging it is for the terraforming for digging. Because if you don't have your shovel perfectly straight, you end up making a small little rut, and that will throw you off on the next time, and it just gets worse and worse. There's snowball effect. So let's slap around some dirt and see if we can't make this a little bit more drivable. All right, let's see how that holds up. Let's keep the bucket up there. That's looking better. Not too terrible. Could be better, but let's start digging some more dirt. Whoa, hello. That's kind of what I was expecting instead of just bouncing off there like a little ball. We'll call that done. What do we got in there? About 6,000 units. All right, that's fine. How much diesel do we have? Oh, plenty. Outstanding private pile. All right, let's get you turned around. Get you turned on. And at 14,500, let's see what we end up with. And with that being done, we got 15,000 out of it basically. It's not very encouraging because the conveyors cost money. Oh, I guess we're gonna dig more dirt. I'll bring yours back when I got like 100 grand. So I put a couple loads in there, not a lot, only only 2,000 units. But the first processing that we did, gave me only 15 grand, and then I put in, I think, two loads, and gave me almost $20,000. So I must have hit something somewhat valuable. So let's see if we run these two, if I get any money or how much money I get. Not at all. I don't know how it went from, because before I started processing the first one, I had $14,000. I processed five loads and I had 30,000. And then I put in two loads and I had 49,000. So I don't know where I hit the valuable stuff, but I need to find it. And I feel like it was in the corner over here on the right, in this area here, I think. Dig in there. Not much. Well, looks like this is going to take me a while. So I will continue to haul dirt until I get to about 100 grand, which is what I'm thinking that I'm going to need. Or with the money I got, how about we begin acquiring what we need? So we need a coal screen. So that's going to separate the coal out of the bottom and everything else will come out of the front. So we'll get one of you. Then we're going to get a coil roller and a plate shear, a metal sorter. What I got, 24 left. We'll go with a smelter. What am I missing? I don't know if I want to do the bloom roller. That's got to come out because I really can't do much with this. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, that uses the steel bloom. Okay, so we go from the furnace into the bloom roller into the beam roller, and then that's it. There's nothing else after that. I think we're pretty much no, because now I need a conveyor person. I need a chute, and I need a storage, and that's gonna basically take care of everything that I need. So I can't tear the setup down until I buy basically everything that I need, conveyor wise too, power input generators and all the good stuff, and have a little bit left over in case of things. Damn, I forgot. turn this guy on and see what we end up with. $39,000. Come on, make me rich, make me rich. Oh, we ended up with $19,000 from that. I'm gonna try to build what I can build. I'm gonna let daylight come, and then take basically, well, not all of it, but a good part of this down. I'm gonna keep it from that section to the froth floater, and everything else is gonna go. So I went ahead and did it again, and I muted my mic and forgot to unmute it. So everything from here on, this is my first voiceover ever. We'll see how that goes. But as you see, I'm demoing everything. Well, everything other than the froth floater, cone crusher, and jaw crusher. Just a couple swings in midair. There's one, there's two. Oh, I was gonna stay strike three or out. I'm gonna get rid of the generator, the power input. I think that I'm just gonna turn off and move the front loader because that's gonna be in the way of. And I don't know why the engine sound is so loud when I have my settings set down to 15. So there I put in, I'm gonna snap in a trommel, but I gotta get rid of this one piece first. Or sorry, a coal screen. So what that's gonna do is take in the blasted rock or anything that goes into it. It's gonna separate the coal underneath it to a chute under the bottom and deposit it onto a different conveyor belt. So that's a little extension that I'm gonna put in from the elevator to make sure I can put the chute underneath it. So here I am looking for a chute to put underneath the extension piece that I put on the input on the goal screen. Of course, I didn't have one. There's the chute. Now we need to put the elevator in. I'm gonna have to put in a upward conveyor so that it brings it back down to the ground level since everything got moved up because of the goal screen put up one level higher or two levels higher, whichever way you want to look at it. So where am I going? There's conveyors all the way down, and I think the 4-4 should be fine. We'll get that put up there. Now I got to get a left corner. And finish it off with a hopper. That's where we put all our dirt into. So now that we got the coal screen put in and the chute put down, we put the hopper in underneath it to catch the coal. Now, even though it's snapped grid, there's nothing to snap to, so it's just freehand. Hopefully, line it up right. Sometimes it gets a little tricky. And again, push the wrong button. So there we are. It looks pretty good. I think it'll be lined up all right. So the next thing we need to do is put in a corner piece. so that we can come turn the corner to the left, which I don't have, and I gotta buy one. Where are they? Come on. All right, let's get that put in. And the last thing to drop on the end is a storage to catch all the coal. And later on, I'll probably change it out to a coal power plant or coal generator, whatever it's called, to supply power to all my power inputs, which I'm about to do now. And of course, I don't have enough, so I buy a second one. Because now that I put in the second conveyor with the hopper underneath it, I have to put power to that. So there's one, and there is two. So at this point, I was talking about how up to get to this point, I'm fairly confident on what that everything's going to work, that I did it right. But it's the further productions under from the froth bloater down with all the different sorters and smelters and different things that I'm not 100% confident in doing. I haven't really messed around with it, and it's not easy to find info about it. So if anybody's got any help that they can offer, let me know. I'm gonna do a little bit of research, and I think I'm gonna have to end up calling it an episode and do some research, see what I can figure out, come back and go for episode 3 to build it, and hopefully we get some production going down the end. Well, if you made it so far in the video, as everybody says, give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. Leave me a comment, especially if you know what I should do further down the line from that froth bloater. I'll see you guys in the next one.